Welcome to today's edition of TVC Breakfast. My name is Etoma Edu.
And good morning, Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. Another day to let you know what is happening in Nigeria. There is a lot to talk about on the show this morning. Thanks for joining us. I am Ria Abdul. Welcome to our show.
Indeed, Nigeria, you heard them. It is time for breakfast. And per usual, we've got a very big spread for you this morning. Now, you could be anywhere, but you're choosing to spend your morning here with us on the TVC Breakfast Show. You're very welcome. My name is Olamide Odekunle.
Absolutely. It's a breezy and busy week, a midweek edition. I'm Ibrahim Sheta, and we're here to give you all the information we definitely will always give you every day. Good morning, guys.
Of course. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
There is sure a lot to talk about on the show this morning.
There is fire on the mountain. There is fire on the mountain.
Like Ibrahim wanted to say yesterday, there is a mountain on the fire.
I was trying to put stories together for trending now. I'm like, it was too much. I have to pick from 20. There's so much motion in our country.
A lot is happening. And that's why we're here to bring you all the updates. So once again, a very good morning to you, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. Now, let's start your morning right. Let's wake you up the right way. You know how we do it. I'll just give you a quick rundown what we'll be doing today. At some point, we will go into the newspaper review where Ibrahim will bring us all the headlines and we get to dissect it right here on this table. Just after that, we are going to have a very important interview. We will be talking about the oil war that is on the lips of every Nigerian. Maridoti is going to join us on the show and we will have that very important conversation. In the FCT, we'll be speaking about insecurity in Kwara State. And then we'll come back to Lagos where the beautiful Olamide will take us through everything. You heard a lot is happening on social media. So we'll do that with Trending Now. So please make sure you grab your cup of coffee and let's have a fantastic show. We'll start with the story where the Nigerian police force says it has recorded significant achievements in the fight against violent crime, arresting several suspects linked to gun running, kidnapping, and drug trafficking across multiple states. Nasifon Essien has more on this.
AK-47 rifles, pump-action guns, pistols, locally fabricated firearms, magazines, and large quantities of live ammunition. These are recoveries from crime scenes and suspects.
Trust me, it will not have a dot.
It's an achievement the police describe as significant.
I knew you.
The force public relations officer says several arrests were made following weeks of intelligence-led operations.
John Maga investigation revealed is a gun fabricator and facilitates the selling of these arms and ammunition. Both suspects have been in the business of selling arms for over 5 years and operate within Adamawa State and the Cameroonian border. Active efforts are underway to apprehend other members of this crime syndicate.
The police also dismantled drug supply chains feeding criminal gangs. Illicit drugs recovered include codeine, syrup, tramadol, hypnos tablets, and 24 bags of Indian hemp intercepted along major highways.
On November 2, 2025, at about 4 p.m., operatives of the IRT, in collaboration with the DSS, acting on gathered intelligence, intercepted a vehicle in Kaduna State and arrested one Ifeanyi Egbeke, male, aged 40, and recovered from the vehicle 39 rolls, 4 packets of tramadol, 326 bottles of codeine, you can see them right in front of you there, 52 rolls, 8 sachets of BP injection syrups, 38 rolls, 4 sachets of hypnos tablets.
Some suspects, according to the police, have confessed to supplying weapons and drugs to bandits across several states. Others are believed to be part of wider criminal networks still under investigation. The Nigeria Police Force says it will continue to strengthen intelligence gathering and collaboration with sister security agencies as it intensifies efforts to dismantle criminal networks and enhance public safety nationwide. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.
All right, quite a nice report. I love the fact that we're getting to now talk about, the insecurity happening, and we're seeing that the police officers are doing something. We're seeing that numbers are being recorded, people are being arrested. But Etoma, one thing that really breaks my heart is the amount of hard drugs that we see, in our country. We're talking about tramadol, we're talking about codeine, and we're wondering, if there is no demand, there will not be supply. So I feel like even we're arresting the people, but are we now going to the higher people? Because I feel like, for them to do it, there's a cartel. You know, it's not just these little people. They are working for the bigger people. So I always think, if we are arresting these people, what about the people that are mainly giving these people work?
First of all, I want to say congratulations to the Nigerian police for a job well done so far. You know, and we keep hearing about what they have done, and we see the statistics. I would want to also see what they are doing, what they are doing now, and the plans for the future. So maybe next time when they are putting a report like this, they should include those. Now, for the drug issue, it is a pandemic, and it is not just in Nigeria. It is everywhere. It is everywhere in Africa, in Asia. Every country in the world is having that drug problem. Why? It's because of the humongous profit involved. And the fact that the world economy is really going down, and people are looking for escape. That's why the demand is high. Right. And if the demand is high, you are pushing the suppliers to do some more. You know. However, it is a pandemic, as I said, and it is not a fight only for the police or intelligence organizations. We all have to do it. And you know, these cartels are so, and they are so well arranged that you will find it really difficult to know the kingpin.
Exactly.
You know, and even if you do know, how do you get to him? Because of the layers and layers of protection that he has.
It's quite sad, Olamide. I know when we talk about drug abuse, it's very dear to your heart. You're very passionate about it. But it's sad to see the kind of drugs that, you know, these kind of heavy drugs. I'm wondering, like, you sell this to someone, it destroys the person's life. I know the police is doing a lot. And like I always say, I always ask for more. I think that we still need to do more to get these cartels. Because I feel like oftentimes we get the people that work for them. But if we do not start from the root of the problem, then there's an issue.
What worries me is the fact that dangerous ammunition is gathered along with drugs. What that tells me is that there's a link between those two things. It means that whoever is using those guns is not only supplying drugs, but most likely consuming drugs as well. Can you imagine those firearms in the hands of an intoxicated person who has numbed their conscience? That's the first thing. Number two, it's interesting to note that the Nigerian police force was established in about, I believe, in the 1930s. So it predates Nigerian independence by about 30 years. Now, the Nigerian police force was established to enforce law and order. It was for community policing. It was never used as a counter-terrorism force. And so the Nigerian police finds themselves in a very precarious position right now because their responsibilities have shifted from a minor community policing, minor law and order, to now full-on finding themselves battling at the front lines of banditry and kidnapping. And so their responsibilities are shifting. It's important to note that this success that they've recorded was only possible because of technology, surveillance, and intelligence sharing. And what that tells us now is that checkpoints and patrol vans are no longer enough. We have to take policing up a notch. It's very interesting to see. I hope that they step into this new era of policing with more intelligence and government-backed support, because that's the only way that we can get at these people.
Yeah, and Ibrahim, I know that now the Nigerian police, they've been doing quite a good job. We need to give them their accolades. But when I always say they should do more, it's not from a place of me not saying that they're doing good. But we keep hearing stories like this. We keep hearing guns being given to the wrong people. You know, Lamide just said something very important, like someone has numbed their conscience and the person now has, you know, a rifle with them. What do you expect them to do with it? When insecurity rises, it doesn't help the economy. People die day in, day out. We report the news right here.
And it's so good that the president has also approved the recruitment of more police, so that we'll have, you know, a strong fight against insecurity, kidnapping, terrorism, and all of that. Because when it comes to internal security, the police has very huge role to play, as against arresting a husband for probably, you know, having marital, you know, disputes with the wife and all of the things, and some other guys who stand on the road collecting bribes here and there. We know that the police force is doing well when it comes to serious business, when it comes to security. Majority of them are doing the right thing. Let's not, you know, shy away from the fact that there are bad eggs among them. But one thing is, we have to now look at what areas are we falling short in terms of their upkeep, their welfare, you know, their remuneration and all of that, and the equipment, the ammunition that they need to use to prosecute this the fight against insecurity within the country, and also international interagency collaboration. You know, you have the Nigerian police, Nigerian army, the Navy, and all of that working with that coordinated effort to fight insecurity. So we know that kidnapping is on the rise. There was a report I was watching yesterday. I didn't really pay much attention, but they said killing has reduced, but kidnapping, banditry, etc., had actually increased. So we still need more to be done, in this area, because by the time you look at these terrorists, those of the guys that have been arrested, if they ascertain that truly they played part in terrorism, kidnapping, and all of that, what is wrong with death sentence?
And the other day, Ibrahim,
the surface of the earth.
speculations, we're talking about it, and they said that there's some speculations that some people in high places, some government people, speculations once again, I am saying, are the ones making sure that these people get the right ammunition. Like they are just backing them. And when we hear things like this, it is really scary. So now knowing that these people are not working alone, they're even working with government officials, allegedly. I'm just hoping that, we can crack all this down and make sure that we get Nigeria to be very, very peaceful. We've spoken about the fact that if your country is not secure, it's going to be difficult for things to work in the country.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're not doing what we're supposed to do in terms of security wise, yesterday we were talking about interest rates, reducing. Talking about inflation. The fall in the rise of inflation. So, but on the other end, we have this bad guy, lurking behind the
I know we can.
The corner. Let me just finish. Just a little minute. If we do not take out insecurity, there will be no meaningful development, which you're trying to say.
Exactly. I know we can go on and on about it, but our time will not let us. But all I'll say is that even the new police that the president is, adding to the force, we also need to treat them right. Their welfare is very important so that they can fight and make sure that we keep Nigeria safe. We'll take a breather now, and when we come back, there's a lot during the newspaper review. Do stay with us. This